Welcome to the Homeschool Paradigm Podcast. I'm Angela, and it's just you and me again. Today, I wanted to talk about when you have different learning styles from each other. We did that all the time. Our kids all had very different learning styles from each other, but we did as much as possible together as a group, especially with the younger three, because our oldest was so much older than they were. And they were just all within 4 years of each other. So if I would read a book to all of them, and then I wanted to know how they liked it or what they thought of it or if they understood it, I would not ask them to show that to me in all the same way. So, for example, Sam, he's the youngest, he would draw a comic strip of a scene from the book. And for Rachel, I would let her sometimes rewrite a scene from a different character's point of view than what it was in the book, which is kind of cute because then she ended up writing fiction. Sarah, I think she mostly wanted to just be left alone and think about the book, which is kind of how I am. Or maybe we would talk about it a little bit, but not overly much. So I would have them each do different things that suited their styles. Or like for 2 or 3 years, we did a school newspaper where we had different little articles that we would do, or something where, a history report, or make a comic strip, or make a word search or a crossword puzzle, or take a photo, just different things that lent themselves to different learning styles. And then also I would expect them to engage with whatever content we were studying in a different way from each other, like at a different level, a different depth, right? Depending on like their age and ability and their interests in the topic and how they process information. But I also didn't just have them do only one style of engaging with material. So I wanted them to also find out other ways that they could engage that were interesting to them. So we tried different things all the time. I didn't just stick one person in a category and let them stay there and never have them do anything else. I tried to be flexible, which is, I think, probably the most important thing, right? That to be flexible and to realize that there are so many different ways of learning and thinking about something you've learned. And the most important thing is to be thinking about what you've learned and to try and understand it and do different things with it. Let's see, what are some other examples? We had them read The Story of the World, I think it was, 1 year, and Sarah didn't really like to be read to. She couldn't listen very well, but Sam loved being read to and he could listen great. So that year, I think I had Sarah probably most days read the book out loud to Sam so they could both get as much as possible out of it. They would just go lay on the bed and she would read out loud to him, and he would probably be playing with Legos while she did that. He usually had to keep his hands busy while he was listening. And it was the best way for him to listen. If he had to sit still and listen, I think maybe his mind would wander or something. He would not really get that much out of it. But if he was doing something with his hands while he was listening, he got a lot out of it. So I guess the point is, if we want to do family style learning, we can do that even if our kids have different ways that they learn. So the most important thing is we just have shared experience together. So we have a shared goal or shared material or a shared experience, but the result for each child is what varies. And we can do that. We don't have to make everybody interact the same way with their learning. We don't have to try and make everybody interact the same way with information or material or whatever it is we're trying to learn. So give that a try. Stay flexible and don't just put your kids in a category and expect them to stay there and not try different things. They'll see their siblings doing different things with information, and maybe it'll interest them to try different ways of learning. Thanks for listening.